Hello and welcome to my new series, Half-Assed Builds. Today we are in Space Engineers. We won't always be in Space Engineers, but today we are. We're probably going to be doing Space Engineer stuff for the first few episodes at least, but this series is going to include other games as well that have, building systems where you can build vehicles or structures or things of that nature that, might require a modicum of thought. Of course, the first other game other than Space Engineers comes to mind is Empyrean. That one is quite interesting. But let's go ahead, let's get ourselves started here today. Now, I figure a good thing to do for our very first build is to update builds that we have in our Derelict series. So, in order to do that, we are going to need to leave the planet. Since we are in creative mode, this is relatively easy. We don't have anything up in space yet. This is a brand new creative world. I've started just for this. As you saw, it's saved as HA builds. So we're just going to pop on up. I will come back in a moment once we are in space and ready to get started. Alright, my enchanted jetpack has allowed me to arrive into space, as it were. Alright, so, here we are. I believe that today we're going to start with upgrading and correcting some problems with both Tilly and Miney that we created for the Derelict series. This series, the episodes are going to be as long as they need to be for whatever it is we're working on. But today, since we're working on two small craft, I figured that would be an appropriate length since they're not designs we're coming up with as we go. They are designs we are basically correcting that we already know. So we're going to do Mark II versions. I might in the future have to cut some episodes into parts just because nobody wants a 3-hour episode. Things like that. I'm going to try and shoot for 30 minutes on an episode, but like I said, these episodes are going to be the length that they need to be. Now, we have Tilly and we have Miney, our space utility and our space miner small grids. I'm going to start with Miney because this is going to be easier to correct. Let's see. I want to rotate you. What are you doing? Why are you being that way? Also, you need to be small grid. There we go. Oops, I keep forgetting. We'll just put you there and we'll do that. Alright, so we're going to start with Miney. Miney is easy enough to correct. So we need the small grid large conveyors. I do like these reinforced conveyors that have gotten put in. I don't know when those came in, but I do like them. Where is it? There is. So these are the small conveyors. Those are the conveyor junctions. Is it just a conveyor junction? Is it just that? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, that goes that way, matches up, works out. Beautiful. Now, we need the medium cargo containers. Just like so. These guys, of course, go like that, and then rotate that way. That way we end up with one on each side. I should probably do the mirror thing. Let me try and remember how to do this. I know it's mirror mode, right? Is it N? M? Do I have to have a block out to do it? Yes. There we go. Alright, so, now that we've got that, easy enough thing here, now we just need the drill. And it should go ahead and put in on both sides as soon as we... Oh, I need to... Yeah, there we go. There we go, we do that. Bam! Alright, we got our drills. Excellent. Now, the problem we had before was we accidentally put another one of these blocks in, and you know what? I was a dummy. and took the medium cargo container out. This is probably how it happened last time, too. Alright, so we do that, and there we go. We now have our third cargo container on here. As it should have been in the original design, I was just a dummy. Alright, so we're going to go right into batteries here. We need a couple of them. We're going to want these guys right there where they were on the original design. Let's go ahead and face you that way, just like that. There we go. Excellent. Moine here has got some of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the ions out of the way. So we got our downs. We've got our ups. Those were all in good positions. We're going to go ahead. We're going to have our forwards. And we're going to have our backs. Bam. Alright, that is all 6 directions. Now, what I would like to do is, since we're going to be putting a connector down here anyway, I want to go ahead and add a few additional... Oh, we don't have our side-to-sides yet. Duh. I want to add just a few additional ions. There we go. We've got 2 side to side. We got 2 up and down. Yeah. And now we've got 4 front and back, because those are going to be the most important. Now, let's go ahead and get our connector in place. Connector. Just like so. Excellent. Now, we are going to need to remember to turn down or off the magnetics on it, because for whatever reason, like the minimum setting that it starts at, which you can only really click down to 0 from, for some reason doesn't like... Why are you even spawning? This is a creative world. Whatever. I've got damage turned off, so it shouldn't do anything. And now I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Oh yeah, the minimum setting on the connector, for some reason, still pulls this in way too hard. So, yeah, there's that. Alright, let's get our ore detector on here, because we need a little ore detector. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Just the one little guy. And you're facing the wrong way. There we go. We'll just pop you right there, right like that. We should be able to pop a single light right in here. If we can... Whoa. Why are you on the wrong scale? There we go. Bam. Just like that. Now we, of course, still need our gyroscopes. You guys probably thought I was going to forget. There we go. Our 4 gyroscopes, just like we have on both Moine and Tilly Mark 1. Now, let's take a quick look over, see if we have actually forgotten anything. So this is a battery-powered mining rig. I could put some additional up-down thrust, but I would feel the need to support it with additional side-to-side thrust as well, if I were to do that. And we don't have a whole lot of extra space for it. I could put basically one more direction and keep it even. But all in all, I like the small form factor of, you know, this particular thing. If we're going to go with a small grid miner, we might as well keep it as small as possible, right? And we got 4 medium containers. Let's see. What does these give us? 33, so 369. This gives us, yeah, it's over that. So it's about 10,000 liters worth of storage before you get into the connector, the drills themselves, and the cockpit, all of which can, of course, store stuff as well. The drills just don't like to. The drills are actually each able to store as much as the cargo containers. But, there we go. That should, unless I have missed something, let's, like I said, take a quick gander here. Try and make sure, wow, that guy's really passing kind of close, too. Make sure we're not missing anything. got the connector, we've got power, we've got thrust in all 6 directions, at least 2 thrusters in each, 4 in front and back, which will make things much nicer. We've got our 2 drills, of course. We have our 3 cargo containers, all actually hooked up this time, because that was the major problem with Moine mk2. We got our ore detector, we got our light. That seems to be it. Alright, let's go ahead and get the couple of things set up, because there's always things that need to be set up. Let's go ahead and get block tools, our drill. Boop, boop, there, now we can actually drill. Let's go ahead and make a couple of groups. We are going to want our batteries here. Boo, boo, boo. Moine batteries. Just like that. We are going to want... yeah, we're going to want our thrusters, because this is designed to be carried by a larger ship. So, we are going to want the ability to turn on and off the thrusters. Moine thrusters. There we go. The gyroscopes shouldn't be an issue. They've only really been an issue on the series because we're having power issues. But most ships, that are fully designed aren't going to run into that unless they're heavily damaged, like, we are. That should be all the groups I need to define. The rest of the stuff should be able to come in. Let's go ahead and get the name done. So we are Moine mk2. There we go. And let's get back to getting things set up. So, groups, we want our batteries. We are going to toggle you in and out of recharge mode. Our thrusters, we want to toggle on off. What else? Is there anything we need? We will go ahead and say toggle on off our ore detector, because it's good to know if it is on or off, which it'll show us. Plus, it is a little bit of a power save thing. It is a common enough power save thing where if you don't turn it on, it's not necessarily a big deal. Do we want our connector down here? You know what? It's a good idea. We're going to go ahead and say switch lock. Yes, we can just use the parking key, but being able to see the information is a little bit useful. Other than that, the light is on the L key. It's the only light we have, so not a big deal. We're doing good there. Let's just make sure everything works. Yeah, side, side. Let's go ahead and look at the outside. And here we go. Moine mk2, everybody. Look at that. I did that in like 10 minutes. This is why I decided to do 2 builds for our inaugural episode, because I wanted to at least get close to that 30-minute mark. All nice and maneuverable. Yeah. I did have one thought. Let me just kind of take a quick look, see how feasible this thought is. I think it might not be just due to the way I have things set up, but I want to look really quick. I want to see if we can do something with a small grid survival kit. Oh, is this actually this? Hang on. No, okay, yeah, that is. That thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was. I don't think I've ever actually bothered looking at it before. Yeah, and it's set up wrong, so I couldn't even stick this out the end here. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and just skip that. I had the thought of putting a small grid survival kit on this guy, just so that we could process stone while we were out. So that it would basically reduce the weight, maybe throw on a little ejector. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. And before we save this, let's do that as a feature. Not the ejector first, though. We want the... what is it? Conveyor sorter? Which I think I can do... No, hang on. I need the small grid one. Where are you? Conveyor cargo blocks. You should be in here somewhere. Yeah, we can pop you there. Alright, so let's see. Tube, sorter. So I should be able to just go, hey, there's a sorter. And now I can go ejector. Just like that. Excellent. Now, I can theoretically, if I want, set that up so that it sets up stone. Sort. Small conveyor sorter. We are going to say black. No, we want a whitelist mode. Active filter. We want to set stone. Stone, stone, stone. Stone. Add. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And now what we can do... Actually, let's really quick... Yeah, let's change you. Stone sorter. There we go. That way it'll be nice and named. And we can go stone sorter right there. Toggle on off. So when we have it off, nothing will get sent to the ejector. And when it's on, only stone will get sent to the ejector. So there we go. One nice little addition in addition to fixing the problems. Beautiful. This way, we can basically get more ore if necessary. This makes a nice little carrier-based space miner. Relatively resource light. It does have quite a few of these small ions, but all told, each one of these is only a single thruster component, so it's still relatively light on the thruster components. So, alright. There's my... Oh, wait. Of course, there was one last thing we had, and is necessary for some servers. Some servers require a beacon. It's also kind of a good thing to have, just, you know, in case you need to get out, take a look around, and then you lose track of where your ship is. So let's go ahead and get that set up. A text. Moine mk2. There we are. We can even get you set up real quick here so that you're on the HUD. We can toggle you on off. There we go. That way, if you're, you know, in hostile space and don't want to risk the beacon, you can just toggle it off. Alright. That's the Moine mk2. I will upload this to the workshop so that it is available, hopefully, right in time for the video. I'm going to try and link the video to the workshop page and the workshop to the video. So one will end up before the other. I don't know exactly when. All right. So now we need to fix Tilly, and I think the place we start is going to actually be here. Oop. And of course, because I keep trying to use other commands. All right. So I'm going to set this direction. And you might be like, hey, that's not going to work. The reason we had these sides here is because of the connection to the cockpit. Well, I think the first part of this fix is actually going to be using the industrial cockpit instead. If I can remember... Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, no, you still have that. I thought one of these... Oh, it's you, isn't it? Oh, this might be a little problematic. Let's give it a shot. For some reason, I was thinking... Why am I having such a hard time with this? There we go. I don't know if that's going to work. Just because of... Yeah, you know what? I don't like that. Alright, so we're going to have to start this. We're going to have to give this even more thought. Let's see. I guess we go ahead with the standard cockpit. Come over here so that we can kind of get you roughly the same spot. We are going to need to do something, though, if we want to be able to use that rear area. Because, unfortunately, the parts that we need for, you know, the utility for the grinder and the welder aren't going to fit through these small connections. So we're going to need to do something else. If we still want that. Alright, so, let's see. Let's go ahead. We're going to grab... We have our cockpit in place, so we can do that. But let's see. We want... I do like these reinforced ones. They are kind of nice. We're going to go ahead and do that. Oop, no, not you. Get out of here. Alright, so we've got that. So we can theoretically run that someplace necessary. Let's go ahead and grab you. Now we need you. Oh, you are not going to cooperate because of that. Let's go ahead and get the center one in then. It just doesn't like placing spots like that. Alright, so we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't really want that either. That's the direction we're going to have to... Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not going to work either. That's not going to work either. I need... Front, back, side to side. What else do we got here? Conveyor frame. Big tubes. Sorter. Converter. Oh, you know, that's actually... Hang on, right there. We're going to do that. That's a good one right there. Right there, converter. Excellent. Much better. So the main issue is going to be the connector if we do that. Because now we don't have a... Oh, you know, I could. I don't know. Let's get some of these other components in and then try and figure it out. So we need our medium cargo containers again. The question, of course, being what direction do we want to face some of this stuff? I mean, this will work. Just like so. Yeah. We need our curved tubes. There you go. Oh, of course, we don't have the mirror set up. Let's go ahead and get that set up. There we go. Now we're all nice and mirrored again. We can go ahead and get our batteries. Gotta have them batteries. Guess we'll do it over the small. There we go. We're good there. Like I said, the real problem is starting to become the lack of a spot for that, but I suppose we could do it on that. No, because if we do it down there, that's a problem too. What if, follow me on this one, guys. What if we were to do this? Rotate you that way? No. You have the same problem because you're the same block. We might not be able to do this as compactly as we would like. That's going to be the problem. Yeah, because see, I can't just connect the connector here because there is still the small connections going through to that, which means they wouldn't be able to get access. You know what? Maybe we just make it a rear connector. I guess we'll have to do that. We'll have to go rear connector on it. All right, that'll solve that. Let's go ahead and move forward. Speaking of moving forward, we put those guys there just like we had before. Let's go ahead and, all right, so we hit N. We can shut off mirror mode temporarily. And we can get our grinder. I like you facing that way. Well, actually, I do kind of like it facing this way for that one. And we can get our welder. Like so. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of our stuff going. Oh, we of course want to turn mirror mode back on before we get too far into this. Get our ups and our downs. Just like before. We should have not too much of an issue doing exactly the same there as per normal. That's our side to side, our front and back. We are going to go ahead and... are we going to? Because we don't have that stuff below anymore. Sure, why not? Because sure, why not? You know what? I want that back slightly. There we go. Just like so. Excellent. And we have basically the same thruster configuration as on Moine. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get our multitude of gyroscopes in. I find that 4 makes sure we have enough rotational force when these containers are full. That's why I like that right there. We are a bit slimmer than before, aren't we? Let's go ahead and get our light into place. Boom, just like that. Something that I believe Moine mk2 is missing, but we added when we altered the design for, well, I mean for Moine. Tilly was missing it, Moine has it. Slap our beacon on. And, of course, we're going to need our connector that we were fretting so much about. And this one is going to have to go on the rear in order to function. Not too bad. That's not a bad design, if I say so myself. Battery powered. Relatively small number of ions. It's got more than the Mark I, but, you know, we're not dealing with the absolute resource destitute level that we have in Derelict. So here we go, a more usable version. Let's go ahead and get all the setup done, just like we did for Moine. We'll start by changing the grid to Tilly mk2. Bam. Let's go ahead. We're going to get our beacon. We're going to say Tilly mk2. Bam. Just like so. Let's go ahead and get our batteries set up in a group. We are going to go Tilly batteries. We are going to do our thrusters exactly the same. Tilly thrusters. That should be all we need as far as that goes. Let's go ahead and get all of these done. Let's see, we want our tools. Why? Hang on. Somehow I ended up with 2 grinders. Oh, and I just... Alright. Turn off mirror mode. At the welder. We got the grinder. So I'll bet a whole bunch of you noticed that I screwed that up when I set it up. Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and switch over. Oop. There we go. There we go. Much better. Okay. Where were we? We were setting this up. Block tools. Alright, we're going to have grinder in 2, welder in 1. We are going to go to groups. We, of course, want our batteries to be able to toggle recharge. We want our thrusters to be able to toggle on-off. We would like to be able to see our connector status and switch lock if necessary. Our beacon as an on-off, in case we're needing to do things in relatively hostile territory. That looks like it. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Am I missing something, Tilly? What does Moine have? Light. I think I have the light already. Oh, I know, because I have the ejector on there. Okay, that's where the difference was. Tilly Mark II. Good to go. Let's just double check one last time. We got our light. Light's functional. Let's go ahead and do a little zippity-doo-dah here. Excellent. And there we go. All right. There we go, our small utility craft that are designed to service a mothership. And the episode is only a little over 30 minutes, so it looks like I timed things just about right. Alright, that is going to do it for this first episode of Half-Ass Builds. I am going to try and have both of these up on the workshop and linked in the description. If I don't, please tell me and I will get it pinned instead, or correct the description, whichever way I could go about it. And hopefully the links in the workshop will link back to this video. So that's going to do it for our first episode of Half-Assed Builds. Until next time, have a good one.